Going.
You're live.
We're live. Oh, and we're live and we're talking through. Oh no, you already saw the opening. So those of you joining us on YouTube, hello. There's a little bit of a weird delay. You get to see us singing and all of that as well. So you get to see all that fun.
Back far,
It really does go back far. There's a fair amount of buffering time. Got to be careful on that buffering time that's going on.
Good thing we didn't say anything embarrassing.
True. Yeah, we didn't talk about our body odor or anything like that. Welcome to all of you joining us for this first unboxing of the Potomac Bead Company box. And
the best bead box.
Best bead box.
As we sort of arrogantly say.
Yeah, and I felt like I had to play the music because it's like the background of all of them. But we don't actually have it because we're live. So there we go.
There we go.
There you go. All right, so welcome and welcome. The one thing we did want to do is come on a little early because we didn't want anyone to be spoiled by this. So those of you that are...
So here's your warning.
Here's your warning,
10-second warning
that we are actually live and that we will be doing the unboxing of the actual bead box.
XL, yeah.
Correct.
And I really look like a ghost.
You look like a ghost.
I didn't think this morning to not wear yellow when
you did that?
Yeah, yellow on a green screen. I mean, who would think?
Okay. So, those of you joining in, let me see here. We're trying to do, I don't know why this is listed as private. Let's see if we can check this out here.
Maybe we've been talking to no one.
Maybe we've been talking to no one here. Okay. And... There we go. All right, we are now public. So hello to everyone. We are going in here and we are going to be unpacking. So we're starting at 10 o'clock. There we go.
Okay,
we actually have to start
at 10.
Started streaming 2 minutes ago. So hello to everyone joining in. I am Allie.
Hi, I'm Anna.
And we are going to be unpacking the first of the Potomac Beads box. So spoiler alert, this is not the box. That's why you hear things moving around. Because I'm actually
packing it a little bit better.
I'm actually using the box as a storage container.
It's
so
perfect
that's what the box is going to be. So those of you that don't want to be surprised
or those who want to be surprised.
Yes, that don't want that spoiler alert.
Yes.
It's like the end of a movie where you've watched the whole series and then you're like, somebody tells you, oh man, wasn't it terrible when they died and they fell off the cliff? So those of you that want to be surprised by the box, go ahead and mute us or go get a cup of coffee. I was telling people this is going to be about 20 minutes, us looking at the box and checking it out. And then we're going to go in and create some fallish, holiday-ish,
we'll do some
skull,
fun stuff.
Orange earrings.
Stuff
and I may even check out what's in the box. Future months, what we're going to do is actually do a YouTube live, and I'll create something with some things that are in the box as well. So Anna and I will come live. I'm going to try it once a month. I'm only committing to the first 2 months just to make sure to see how it goes. See how it goes.
Yeah.
But there's so much in the box that I know we have great landing pages and everything working with those, kind of pointing people in the right direction.
In the box that you can use together, and obviously we'll go into more detail in a second here.
Yep, and you'll also notice that Anna is kind of transparent, little ghostly
I'm
today.
Getting in the Halloween spirit.
Getting in the Halloween spirit, and the box is actually blue. So what I will do, without kind of further ado, is check out here everything that's going on as well. Let's see, commenting wise. As well, participants. Let's check out everybody commenting. Hi to Solidarity and to Linda. Linda said great job on the box. So she's already got her box. Hi to Donna as well. I think it was Donna that already posted a picture.
Great.
Other Donna that already posted a picture.
Yeah.
And hi to
it's
Deborah.
It's just the first one, so we have plans. They're really
so also first live with you. Thanks so much for joining us. Good morning to all. Working on the box now.
Oh, great.
So Maria, so everything is beautiful. So a lot of you may have already gotten your box, which is so fun. So we're not spoiling the spoiler alert for you. So I feel like we've done a whole 3 minutes of warning people.
Yeah,
I feel like
good.
that's good. So if you don't want to see the
like
box, we are good. Somebody asked that you're a beginner. Is the deluxe box too advanced for you?
Well, no, because you're going to get a variety of beads. I try to put some things in there that are for bead weavers, but also for people who just want some single hole beads. And it's really meant to accompany whatever beads you may already have at home. So anyway, I don't want to spoil it, but we're going to do the unboxing.
Yeah, we're going to do the unboxing. So watch and see.
Yeah, so watch and see, and you'll see there's definitely some stuff in there for beginners.
So we are doing the unboxing of the XL box. Now the XL box is sold out for October, and in a couple days.
Way more popular than we thought, which was a very pleasant surprise, but it just meant that we didn't quite
have enough to meet the demand. So if you do want to increase your subscription from the Best Box to the Best Box XL, you can definitely message us, notify us, and we will be able to do that as well. Hi, just so many people joining in for the first time. So hello to those of you joining in to the first time. Cheerio to Eva as well. I know your box is on the way. Those of you that are international, domestic, if you place your box order ahead of time, you should already have your box. That's why we waited to now to do it. I know, shout out to Orchid and Opal, she unboxed yesterday and kind of beat us to it. So if you've checked that out, you may have already seen what's in the box.
We have the inside scoop. So.
We do have the inside scoop, and we have the XL.
We did make it. So.
We did make it. So she did an awesome unboxing yesterday, so here we have. Hi to Donnie, first-time viewer as well, and CS6250. Hello to everybody. A little shout-out to those of you joining in, and welcome to everybody watching. So Anna, do you want to open the box?
I've opened and closed the box so many times.
Okay, so I'll open the box. So I'll start basically with the box. The box comes inside of another box, a box in a box when you get it. And when you get the box, you will see that it is actually a nice magnetic box. So it has a nice magnetic closure. That's why I was saying earlier that I use the box multiple times. A little bit of extra paper, a little bit of fluff going on there.
I did have to custom make one for you because I wanted an XL box to show, and like I said, we sold out of them. So
we kind of have one more. I know we should have pre-sold and like kept one extra. So now we have one extra large box, but we need to keep it so that way we can do this again. But when you open your
box,
like
those donuts for show that are just like like the fake fruit. That's
exactly,
kind of
and I feel like we really should get pictures. We took a lot of time and pride in putting the items in the boxes facing up and in a nice order. We really should get some pictures of what the Postal Service does to your boxes and what they actually look like when you unbox them.
When we're packing them, it's like it's not gonna
look this pretty.
Not gonna
but we tried. This is the first thing that you're going to get when you open the box.
This is the first time you're getting your box.
This is the first time I'm getting my box.
So welcome, Allie Buckman, to the subscription.
So welcome from PotomacBeads. And here we have the whole little, thanks for subscribing. These boxes are curated to make better beaders. That's kind of our whole deal at PotomacBeads. We want you to become better at the craft, more informed for the projects that you're doing, for the beads that you're buying.
Yeah, expand the techniques you're doing, learn about all the different kinds of beads.
And it says to ignite your creative side. I think that this is entirely true, and the more, it's kind of a calming thing. It's a mental break.
Right, it's cathartic. It's something that people do to relax at the end of the day, or, it's like a puzzle. It's, all those things are...
Yeah, all those things together.
Yeah. And I will say specifically about getting a subscription, it does really ignite your creative side because you're not... When we used to have the store open to the public, I would see people come in and they're like staring at this wall, like overwhelmed, and then you kind of get this like overload where then you just kind of like fall into this slump of like, okay, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't pick
You're
something
overwhelmed.
out. So we kind of un-overwhelm you and send you a selection of things. And if you like the overwhelming, shop on the website. I mean,
we can give you so much more. Yeah, so we definitely...
I would say it's really great for beginners that way because you're not so overwhelmed.
I mean, you're not dealing with 50,000 products in one box or on one site or trying to figure out how to navigate the site. So we include a variety of coordinated beads and findings to complement the monthly theme. The inspiration is the access to patterns, tutorials, ideas. Most of you watching here on YouTube are watching because you've already seen our YouTube videos. that's in the box. You can search on YouTube, and you can do that kind of figuring out and looking at that little link there. You can see so many ideas to use with all of the different beads that are in the box. Like I already saw Donna Ori posted in our Facebook group that she did something with her box that she used the cabochon, and she did a completely different YouTube video.
Cool.
So she didn't use the actual, or use the crystal, didn't actually use the pattern in here. She did something different with it. So it's nice to see people taking the other videos and using some of the context in the box.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube's super easy. All you have to do is go to the channel, you type in our search the name of the bead that you got, and some videos will come up using it. So it's super easy to find.
Super easy to
find patterns.
And then the quality, definitely we want to make sure that this is things that you want to get. It's not that random things thrown in the back of a bin that we got from China that were you know, just getting it out there. It's definitely a lot of thought goes into the box, a lot of curation from the part of Anna and some of our other staff members that are working really, really hard. And if you watch The Better Beater with Anna and I, Anna went to school for this, for color and art and creativity. I just am kind of an imposter.
Finally,
you're
using my degree.
Using your degree. Is it paying off yet? That's what I always think with my degree.
I'm sure I've paid back whatever my student loans. I mean, I paid them off.
We're good to go. So kind of
this is all just a bonus
this
now.
Is all just bonus. So do you want to read off and kind of unpack the box
okay,
for us?
So that was the welcome card. So first time you subscribe, you'll get that. And so now this is kind of getting into the meat of the box. So every month we will have a theme. And so the theme will, of course, relate to all the beads and products you're getting. This one that we're unboxing is the XL box. So you're going to get a few more products and 2 more patterns with this box. So if you're getting just the best bead box, you're still getting amazing things, but you're just not getting quite everything that's in here. Yeah. So this is the red carpet, and we liked that theme because it's a lot of the products were like red, and we're rolling it out. It's the first bead box.
You're going to be red carpet ready.
So we have a little blurb here. Celebrate your prowess as a jewelry designer. Be starstruck by the flash of crystals. Soft, silky tassels and luscious creamy pearls.
Kind of makes me want to touch
I did not write this. No. So kudos to Amber because she's making this sound really good, which it is, but she knows how to
work with those words. Yeah.
So ignite your artistic side with our debut red carpet subscription box. And then inside we have a list of everything that's included.
And
as well as the patterns.
Yep.
So like I said, this is the XL. In the best bead box, you're going to get the lunar pendant. And then in the XL, we give you 2 more patterns. So this month you're getting princess studs and delicate duos. Yeah, so those are the printed patterns.
And the
but
printed
of course,
patterns,
there's always tons of YouTube videos.
Yeah, so the lunar pendant was in the regular box as well, too.
Right.
And the lunar pendant itself, you kind of open it up, you have the diagram with all of the instructions, and then also there's links on them for getting to the page. That way if you want to make any more, you want to see the color selections, see design ideas, they are in here.
Yeah.
So
these patterns are great, but they're not by any means the only projects that you can make. And I do want a quick note on the difference between the XL and the best. So it's the best and the best XL. So if you're getting the best XL, you're getting everything that's in the best. You're just tacking on some more stuff. So they're not 2 completely different boxes.
Correct.
Because I think that might have been.
That's why the XL. We changed the name originally because we wanted to make sure that you realize with the XL, you're getting the box too, but you're getting it with more things in it.
So everyone's getting what's in the best. XL. It's like you're tacking on a little sidecar of beads. You're getting a little extra. You're doing a little upgrade,
Okay. So going back to kind of that content, just show a little bit longer what that content's for the Beading Happiness is.
Yeah, so when you see this, we'll list out everything that you're getting, and then we try to make it pretty easy for you to understand what beads go with the patterns that you're getting. And you don't have to do the patterns, but we like to include them so that if especially if you're a beginner, you have them right there. So the materials here that are marked with asterisks are used in the patterns. So you can see here we list the patterns that are included, and 2 of those patterns, because we're talking about the XL box, but 2 of those patterns we made sure all the beads that you needed that were listed here on the front are in the box. So you'll need thread and needles, and you might need like a wire guard or something, but the beads are there.
The beads are there.
Yeah, yeah. And then we have a landing page every month for that box. So that basically just gives you links to landing pages for the patterns, as well as some more inspiration for additional beads that are in the box.
So somebody said about zooming back, and Amber said that too, sent a little message. So I didn't zoom back super far because basically Anna is going to kind of read off that list, and I'm going to show you guys what's in the box.
Yeah.
So I want it to be close.
How good I was at putting this box together, because this, like I said, I kind of had to mock one up.
Let's see if I can find. So this is like a search and find.
So it's kind of like a treasure hunt, right?
Treasure hunt for me.
Okay, so you are getting the crystal rounds in 3 and 4 millimeter.
Okay.
Potomac
Hold on, I've got to find it.
Where is it?
Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Potomac crystal rounds in 3.
The 4s.
There's the 4s. And I also need to find them in the 3 millimeter. This should be easier.
Did a good job
because this is easier since you made it last minute. This is easier because should be easier because I helped pack some of these boxes. So I like these pretty colors. But they go with our fall theme a little bit.
Yeah.
They go with today's fall theme. And you have a fair amount of the 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
In complementary
one
colors.
thing that I know about some other bead boxes, and I don't want to compare, but I do a little bit, because hey, I made it. I'm pretty proud of it. I think we do a pretty good job at giving you quantities you can use. I don't want to give somebody 2 beads if they can't do a project with 2 beads.
Yeah. What are you going to do with 2 beads?
If
you're giving us 2 beads, it's because they're bigger and you can do a
pair of earrings, and you can do
So you can scratch off the lampwork beads.
So the lampwork, yeah.
So
I
like
the
these as just plain earrings.
Yeah, exactly. So what I do with these myself is I just put a little bead cap on top and bottom, put them on a head pin, and you've got a great pair of earrings.
Done, 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 all done.
Yeah.
So we've got crystals, and then I was peeking ahead, so I grabbed a crystal briolette also, and same thing.
I think you actually...
Am I jumping ahead?
I think you got 2 packs because somehow this made it in there. This is off the wall. This is where you get it.
So, see, way to go, Anna. You're supposed to make sure this box was exact as she was making it last minute, because we realized, oh no, we don't have the box because we sold them all.
There's not much difference. It's just the quantity, but...
So there's the garnet briolettes. And then what's next?
You're going to let a good crystal. Iris duos.
Bam. Yeah. Okay, we're going to throw them down when we're done. Yeah. Bam.
So Iris duos I gave because we're also giving you that delicate duos pattern.
Oh yeah.
That one we didn't include all the beads, but it's a lot of seed beads, super duos, cut buttons. But I made sure you had at least the Iris duos.
So most people will have super duos, or honestly, you could do the same thing and just make it a little bit bigger with some more. Of your other 2 gold beads.
You could see if you like them and get more.
Yeah. All right. What do we got next?
We gave you seed beads. There's actually 2 different colors of seed beads in the 15-0 because the Princess Studs pattern uses 15-0s, and I gave you 2 different colors if you wanted to.
So we've got turquoise and opal in those. And these are both 15s.
These are both 15s, for this Princess
And then I know
Studs.
I've got some other sizes down here too.
Yeah,
I know I packed other sizes
too.
There's some 11-0s.
And that's a hefty amount of 11-0s.
This is a hefty amount of 11-0s.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times we sell them in tubes for easy storage, but it's usually more than you need. So there you have.
So you're actually getting quite a bit of seed beads in this first box because the patterns we picked out, I want to make sure you had plenty. So you won't always, the amounts of things that you're getting will vary.
Yeah.
But
and then also, I just got a reminder on here too. Who knows who's using the Potomac Beads account too? It could be like 4 of us. But just to remind everybody about that bit.ly link here at the bottom.
Yes.
So that little link here at the bottom is for this month. So it'll be XL October 2009.
Right.
When you do that, you can see other patterns that use a lot of the beads that are in your box. So that way you're not at a standstill that you have all of these 3 lovely patterns, then what do you do? Well, go to that link, and then you'll get regular, you'll get more inspiration.
So what we're doing on that page there is we're pulling out the beads that you may not know what to do with, or the ones that you have the most of. and making sure that you have some inspiration for those.
And some people were asking about, can they get the monthly patterns? So
there is a pattern subscription too.
There is pattern
if
subscription
you just
club.
want patterns, you can do that.
And you get 5 patterns for $5 a month. So on our regular website, you can get both because you're not gonna get the same patterns.
No.
So if you go to our website, PotomacBeads.com, and then go to subscription tab at the right-hand side of the top of the site, you can scroll down. Yes, the XL is sold out right now, but we still have some of the regular ones, and we're adding more for November. So if you don't get in on October, that's okay. We know, we feel bad, but we are going to have more in November and then building up more for December. We had to start somewhere, and where we started, we thought we were good. The demand is greater, which is awesome,
right.
But we're getting there. So we are totally not at 20 minutes. Spoiler alert, 20 minutes in, we are still going over the box. So I had told people, don't watch. We'll pick it up. We'll pick it up. There we go.
Okay, so let me go over some of the important things.
Go, Anna,
so
go.
You get the fancy stone.
Okay.
You get that big old fancy stone.
Fancy stone.
Yeah. You get
Earwires.
You get earwires,
tassels,
halo beads.
The halo beads are to make the
lunar pendant.
The lunar pendant.
Yeah.
So you get to make the lunar pendant with those halo beads. And I love the idea of the red
round trios.
And the
it calls for round trios. They gave you faceted. Make it up and make it all your own.
I
think these are also in there. These round duo minis.
Yeah. So you get that nice fall collection of colors.
Yeah, exactly.
We
You've
also,
got some disc duos
as I unpack, I want to see if I can empty the box. So this is kind of fun. I like the silk, too.
So I gave you silk because...
in like the most common size, which is awesome.
Right. And you've got some single hole beads here. You have some cathedrals, and you have some check rondelles, and some pearls. So, I mean, you could actually...
Just do
I didn't even intend this, but
back of the earwires.
You could make a really cool knotted necklace with these things.
Yeah. Somebody do that. Let's see what they are.
And I gave you some knot covers
to go
that you could.
And then here's your clasp.
Know how to do those ends. It's like we're going through this. Oh my god!
What else is in here?
Cup buttons, because who doesn't love having a couple?
Oh, you could use the cup buttons too.
Yeah, and these are the table cuts, so
this
they're
is actually
cool.
No wonder, Anna. Like, this is. I'm looking at this and I'm like, can you just make this for me? I've got some crystals. I've got. You can even throw a little bit of the green sepia in there with those.
Yeah, throw some. Yeah, all these single hole beads. Yeah, just
throw them all in there.
Necklace. Yeah,
long knotted fall necklace.
And we give you a beautiful. Clasp, although
I already got it out.
The knot coverage was silver, the clasp was gold. Oh well, no one's gonna, if you want to use it, use it.
Use it, and I actually really like to mix metals.
Yeah.
So I love the whole idea of mixing metals because then it doesn't limit you for what you're wearing.
Right.
Like I think I have mixed metal earrings on. I've got mixed metals on my hands. Today I'm feeling blingish. I don't know why. I've got my diamonds on. Anna has no jewelry on. Way to go, Anna.
Way to
unbox the jewelry box without jewelry on.
That's what I thought. I know. I was like, oh, I forgot to throw something
also,
on.
My son Hudson packed.
That was his contribution.
Yeah. He packed most of the glass cabs.
And a lot of it's red, but we don't want to just stick to red.
In case you're not a red person.
Yeah, so we gave you some other colors in here. So yeah, you can use those together. Yeah, because you're going to have lots of extra. Oh, did I put the wrong tag on that one?
Yeah,
anyway.
That's why I had
that was me throwing it together.
The opal and the turquoise. Yeah. But I even like this. I have a tutorial on how to do round duos as a bezel, and that would look awesome with that peacock one as well. Do you see what's in the box before you buy it? You do not. So we will have eventually, if we have any
fun
overstock.
Of the subscription.
Yeah. So the fun of, you could wait each month and say, yes, I want to get it, and then cancel it, and wait till we do an unboxing.
You're just risking
it being sold out.
Being sold out, basically.
Yeah. So if you want to make sure that you get all of these contents of the box, you want to make sure that you
and the subscription is you get it monthly, so you're not necessarily buying each separate month, so you're not like waiting to see what's in it, and then getting this and then signing up for the subscription. I guess you could do it that way, but you're just spending a little bit more money.
It is like Christmas in a box.
Yeah.
Somebody said, well, Christmas in a box. It is like Christmas in a box.
Yeah.
And I know at least for the December box, one of the patterns that you will be getting is actually going to be a box exclusive.
Yes.
That it will.
We're working on a pattern for the box.
So it won't be a pattern originally that is out. So the pattern will come out after the box, but you're going to get the first look at it for December for what's in that box.
Yeah.
And I think one of the most important things as we kind of pile all of these stuff back in, somebody was asking about a beginner. It's a lot of stock and a lot of supplies, a lot of bang for your buck. That you're really, these are kind of essential things.
As I'm looking at this, I'm like, man, this is a lot for one.
This is a lot for $1.
I'm like, did I calculate this right? That's a lot.
That's a lot for $1.
I'm sure I did, but you know.
But if you're looking and you're looking for a good way to start getting a lot of stock, definitely check that out as well. And it kind of helps to build your stock. So yes, there's some projects in it that may not be super, super easy. But it's going to challenge you again. The patterns are there, the YouTube videos go along with it, and you have all the supplies that you really need.
And I will say about the patterns, so we started out this month, you've got bead weaving, and the next month or two you're going to get bead weaving because that's kind of what we have. So, you know, I'm kind of starting out with what we've already got to work with, but I have planned some leather, jewelry, some wire working, you know, because I want to mix it up a little bit so that
get people out of their comfort zone. That's what the whole idea of that better
and
beater.
So it appeals to people who don't just do bead weaving.
Yeah.
I mean, most of what we do is bead weaving. I think a lot of our
subscribers
do bead weaving. Yeah, our friends on Facebook. But we want to throw some more stuff at you there too.
So hello as well. There's all kinds of people joining in. So hello, Donna. I was mentioning you earlier. I didn't see you. She's going month to month, and we have Denise here, and we've done a bad job of the shout outs as we were trying to get through this quickly. Hello to Dee's Cakes as well. Hello from Florida. Catching me for the first time for Vania. Hi as well. And to Lorraine. Hello
and I
to everyone.
I also wanted to mention you can also give this as a gift, right?
Oh, yes.
This is
great December idea.
Coming up for December for Christmas, it's a really good way to, you don't have to get them the whole year subscription. I mean, if you're a really good friend, I would.
Yeah, you're a really good friend, you could buy them the whole year. But you can also change the subscription too, that if you decide, like, you could go in and, as annoying as this would be, you could split it with a friend. Here's an idea. And each month go in and change your shipping address.
Yeah.
So right after your box, you get that shipping notification, my box sold. Go in and change it to your friend's address.
Right.
And every other month, switch it back from you and your friends. Well, no, I'm just saying you and a friend go in on it together.
Oh, gotcha,
So you're my friend, you get it on even months, I get it on odd months. We just change the shipping address.
Then we're risking that you get beads that I like and I get beads that you like.
And then we'll fight for them. And then we'll do the deal and we'll fight for them as well, too.
But it is a really great gift. I know, like, around the holidays, I think me and my in-laws
Deborah. Deborah wants to know how we finished the unboxing. Yes, Deborah.
Yes.
We'll close it up.
Yes.
There you go. A little research on the boxes, watched so many unboxes. I think this one is my choice. Thanks, Betsy. Yeah, we've had a really, really good time creating these boxes. It's a whole new thing of really kind of still helping the customer. We've gone from having, you know, a number of retail stores to really doing the warehouse and doing the YouTube videos. And this is another way for us to connect to customers. And I do miss being able to help people when they come into the store, pick out, Anna's trying to make herself not look like she's a ghost, going along with the theme as well, too.
It's not helping.
So the box is away, and we're going to bring out some of the holiday stuff as well for the last half an hour. Sorry of those that you they went further for the unboxing. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good opportunity for us to inspire people with the materials that we say. You know, we have some people that call in and will say, I want to do this project, but I want to do it in this color. Pick it all out for me. Call me back with the total. You know,
we did it.
We did it. There's a box. We have lots and lots of new beads. And you'll get the beads. The one thing that we really wanted to make sure, because I'm not going to lie, I mean, we trolled the other boxes to see and check out the competition.
Yeah. I mean, you have to know what people are getting, what kind of subscription boxes are out there, because, you know, if you're going to make your own, Yeah,
exactly. So some people are asking, can you subscribe for November? As soon as the October ones get sold out, we will be able to go in and subscribe for November.
When do we think? October 21st or 20th?
I think it's going to actually be before that.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling that we'll sell out before
of October. I would.
Yeah,
I would
Amber,
check
you
in,
can give me a little shout out as far as how many we have left. I can check too. And what Anna and I are going to do is kind of, so in future boxes, we didn't want to do it this box because we don't really want to
take my money.
Allie, take my money. Take it. Actually, my kids are going to take your money. My daughter is convinced that she needs a new pair of leggings to wear every day of the week, and she can't wear them more than once because she puts holes in them all the time. I need to buy some higher quality leggings. So your contribution is going to my $2.99. Old Navy leggings for my daughter. But let's see if we see our boxes. I want to make sure that we are not currently sold out. I feel like we're on like an infomercial. Hold on, we're on QVC and see if the boxes are sold out or whether or not we still have some left. So it looks like we do still have some of the October boxes left. Mm-hmm. We're going to ship those out until the 20th. If they get sold out before then, we'll be able to open up November. So it's kind of annoying, I know that, but tell me when they're available again on the Best Bead box.
Because the way that it'll work is if you sign up to the 20th or 21st,
you'll get the October
automatically
box.
Getting October. That's yeah.
When it's sold out, it will also say that it's sold out.
So the cutoff will be the last week or 10 days.
Yeah, and the regular box still is an awesome opportunity to get the a ton of supplies too. Yeah. So don't think that you're not getting anything good if you get the regular box. You're just getting basically 2 additional patterns and some extra beads in the XL. And like we said, we can go in and check those out as well. So yeah, one thing we wanted to make sure with those with our box was one, that the packaging was nice enough that you could use again. Because who wants a ton of cardboard in their trash? We left this space open here on the side, so that way if you want to stack them nicely, you can stack them inside of one another. You can put in whatever contents you want.
This is not the contents of the bead box. Spoiling anything.
This is the contents of our rest of our live here. And we want to make sure, one, going from the start of the box to actual sending of the box and shipping, that everything really was going to be part of the experience, that it wasn't just I'm opening a brown box and there's some random strands thrown in there that don't go together at all, that don't have anything to do with, and I've seen these 12 million different places. We really want to kind of get it unique and have fun with that. So we still have the Best Bead boxes for October, and we are adding more XLs for November. Put the 20th on my calendar. Sounds good. Beth as well. Beth, also, if you want to, you can do that whole sign up for when the XL box is available again, because you get a notice, hey, it's November's box is now available. So even if you do want to get the regular box, you'll still get an email hey, and you can pick which one.
We did increase the quantities of the XL, but I have a feeling that even with the increase that we're making, they're going to sell out fastly.
Donna, that's a great idea. She says quickly, fastly, super quick, super fast. Donna said she's going to make covered jewelry boxes with them. That's a great idea as well. So yes. So here we have, all right, so Anna and I, as kind of a wrap-up for this, we're going to get ghostly, since you can't see Anna anyway. So in case you want to know, yellow, beautiful sunflower yellow. Beautiful sunflower yellow is apparently part of the green screen catch. So we tried to then we tried to look all different when we were going in there. So what we're going to do now is kind of switch gears a little bit, and we will pull in just a tiny little bit here, allow us to refocus, since we are going into the mode of, so here's my box that was laying around back, so I stole it. And we want to get out some basically fall inspiration. So in the fall inspiration here, so here's kind of my curated fall box that you can use for a bunch of different things. I have 2 things that we are going to actually show you how to do. If you join us on Twitch, I made yesterday a fun Candy skull earring. So we're calling her Candy. She's our skull, and she is an actual earring that you get, and here she is. So it comes in a 2-pack. We also like her as a pendant, and what we're doing with Candy is...
She doesn't look so good naked.
She looks
much better
looks naked. So we have some flower cups here that, okay, you can keep it scary if you want to keep it...
So am I making
here,
one? Or?
You are going to make one. You can show scary.
That's right. I'm doing the.
You're doing the mate. You're doing
I'm doing the mate.
You're doing Skull's mate. Ooh, that's a good idea. You could do one that looks masculine and one
you do
feminine.
A skull and cross. Oh, that's
you could. You're getting
I'm getting off
now.
top.
If you have your tassel from your October box,
little bow tie,
you could also put a tassel. Ooh, a bow tie is a good idea.
Oh,
you
I think the tassel's a great idea.
They could do the tassel hanging from the bottom.
I think this is a little too fat.
So I'm going to get out Anna's supplies, and we're going to teach you brick stitch. We have so many cool filigree things that, see, you could have that hanging from there. We could really deck her out. And it could be a necklace or it could be a bracelet. So I'm going to, Anna knows brick stitch, but basically I have some white thread here and a size 10 needle. We also have the crystals here because Anna and I were both thinking that this would look really cool. So if you do want to do a guy and a girl, that would be really fun, that you have a dead guy and a dead girl.
And
Anna was going scary.
You went more fun.
I did. I couldn't do the scary skull. It creeped me out as I was working on it. So if you want to do the red eye for the guy, and then you could do a bow tie. That is a great idea.
Yeah, so I'm thinking...
Or you could do some brown beads and make him a mustache.
I could.
Inside
He's
there.
a hipster skull. I could give him a little top knot, too. I don't know how to do the bow tie. Maybe like a little... I'll figure it out.
Yeah, actually, I like that. So the first thing we're going to do is teach you a little bit...
Use your Mimi Mouse boat.
You could use my Mimi Mouse. It's here. I had it here in case... Here you go. Here's the Mimi Mouse bow tie.
Oh, you
perfect. Look, I got your bow tie.
I feel like I'm one of those cooking shows. It's like, hey, we take it out of the oven. It's already done.
There you go. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to go around him. We're going to teach you brick stitch and make the gold beads go around him as well. I do like the idea now. See, this is the fun of beading with friends. Now we have both our candy skull, and he's going to be, what's his name? We need to name him.
I got to think.
Think of a good name.
Yeah, I don't know what a
Okay, I'm going to talk around. So the first thing that you do want to do when you're working with these, if you're doing them as earrings or a pendant, is you're going to take your filigree skulls and you are going to take them off. It's just easier to work without the ear wire there. Also, they came a little funky that they had it so the ear wire, when you put it in, the skull face towards the back of your head. Just flip it around, flip one to the other. But take that ear wire off to the side with your needle nose pliers, just kind of bending back, and that will get you that off so that way you don't ruin your glue.
Work on it and you can add it
Work on it and add it later because it's easier not to have that on there. So I have a size 10 needle here and some 15 OC beads in gold. And Anna is going to do some brick stitch. So I started with the back of the skull, and what I want you to do, Anna, is think about the fact that this is going to go, if we are doing his and her earrings, this is going to go that you want kind of the face to think of facing left is going to be
make sure I do everything on the side that I want up.
Yep. If you want to do it just as a pendant, it doesn't really matter. Now, if you're just doing the seed beads around the sides, it's reversible. But if you're making it fun and funky, make sure that you're doing those reversible sides. So what I want you to do first is tie on the thread. And when I tied on the thread here, I tied it on actually, right through that first hole.
Okay, good.
We're on the same wavelength.
Same page there.
Yep. And then once I tied it on there, I actually, after tying it on, went through the next hole in order to do my first connection for my brick stitch.
So you just tied it on there and you're literally just tying it on.
Correct. And while Anna's kind of working on that, I'm going to get out my materials to show you guys something else too, that you get a 2-for-1 as we're going in, and we're going to create little crescent pumpkins. So we have little super easy pumpkins as we talk Anna through the little pumpkins. So with the brick stitch, as Anna comes through and she's going to sew through basically the first hole and come on out.
And I'm taking my thread actually around the back.
Yep, exactly.
And you're making sure that
you don't see that knot around that. So you're going to need to come in to kind of right here. I can move over and just kind of awkwardly be here. So when you do brick stitch, you're going to add 2 beads at once to the start. It's been a while since you've done brick stitch.
Well, actually, I don't start it that way, but I will for the folks at home.
You go up through and then have it
which
just sitting down.
May not be the right way.
Either way,
I do.
Honestly.
I try to... Okay, well now I've got myself.
Now she's thinking about it. So as she's getting ready with her skull, now that she's unknotting her skull.
I got stuck on the loop.
Okay. And I'm going to get out my 15O beads from my bead box too. And...
Okay, so I got 2. I got my 2 beads going around the outside here and going up.
And all right, I'm gonna refresh here so we can get our chat going again. And see all of our chat going. Since our chat has stopped for us. Come on, chat. Chatty chat chat. So, Our chat is stuck. And I'm afraid if I reload, our chat is stuck for us. I'm afraid if I reload that it will disconnect me. So I don't want to do that. So, all right. 0 comments. Come on, comment on me. Comment for me. There we go. Okay. I knew I'd like to see something else I'd like today, the orange crescent beads. Yeah. So I'm getting out some 15-0s. So Anna's doing brick stitch, which, okay, she's got a couple on.
It looks really good.
So all you're doing is putting on a bead. So go ahead and put on the bead. Move it over here so we can see that.
So I'm picking up my bead.
Yeah.
Because I have my thread coming out the top of this bead.
And sewing through a hole. So the funky thing with when you're working with filigree pieces and you're thinking about what hole to go through is you don't want your beads to sit on top of one another. You don't want them to get really, really tight. So you're going to make sure as you're doing them that you're adding a bead, sewing through the filigree piece, and then coming back up through the bead. So as you're kind of going through here, they're going to start stacking right next to one another. If you have a spot here that's a longer piece of filigree, you're going to need to go in and actually put, I think 3 or 4 is the count that I did there. 1, 2, 3. So approximately 3 beads. You can look back to the other guy.
Okay.
Approximately 3 beads are what you're going to do.
To get you to the other side
To get
of
you
that.
to the other side of that. So you're going through that same hole 3 times or so when you're looking at it. And remember, when you're doing this with the 15-0s, it's really forgiving. If you're doing it with bigger beads, it's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
You don't want them super close. That's the thing with brick stitching, especially if you do it as different, when you're looking and doing it as different, different earrings. Like if you're doing brick stitch as earrings and you're doing it water flow.
Oh, God,
the big issue that people do with it is that they try to put too many in a space.
Right, and it gets all
bubbly and then it's going to kind of float. So should you always wax your thread? Suzanne, you don't need to always wax your thread because as the skull earrings, I'm already using, let me grab it out here, do a little product spotlight. I'm using the Wildfire beading thread for this. So Anna and I are both going to be beading with the Wildfire. And it already is a thermally bonded bee weaving thread, so it already basically has that coating on it. So Wildfire line, thanks Denise for that shout out, you do not need to, but if you're using some KO thread or using some Miyuki thread, you may want to wax that thread. Do you wax your thread?
I don't.
Yeah. I don't bother.
I don't. I mean, I probably should, honestly. It just
don't have to deal with knots that one.
So
Carl and Candy. I like Carl. Good call,
that's
Linda.
A good one. Carl, yeah.
Carl. We like Carl here.
So I got through here without having to pick up multiples.
Nice.
But here, here I definitely
So
will.
you're going to need to pick up multiples around that edge. And what Anna's talking about is once she gets down there, if you look at her little base of her brain, what's that called down there?
Medulla oblongata.
When you look where her medulla oblongata is supposed to be.
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. The base of her skull.
That's something.
So the base of Candy's skull, I added 3 beads and then only went back up through the 1. The reason I did that is because 1, I'm not adding a second layer on. If you need to add the second layer on, you want to, like if you would want to do another layer, you need them sitting there because you need thread to go in between. So when you're doing it that you know you're just doing 1 layer, I did this so that way it wasn't an awkward corner and you could still see the filigree end, so added 3 at once in that section and then went in. So as Anna's kind of threading away, we'll move Candy over a little bit, I'm going to show you the super easy pumpkins. So these are little pumpkins that are in 2 different colors of crescent beads. And they sit independently. You can do them with a jump ring at the top. You could do a little wire at the top. And all I'm doing is taking my crescent beads. So I have hyacinth and copper crescents. And I have some .006 Wildfire beading thread. Again, I have them in the gray color. So I don't need to wax that because I have that going on. And wow, the regular play is so far behind the actual timing here. What I'm going to do is pick up all, I think it's 9 crescents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to pick up all my 9 crescents in a row, and I'm going to put a 15-0 between each of my crescents. I'm picking them up all facing the same way, going in with a crescent, then a 15, And then every third bead, I'm putting that copper bead. So literally just stacking them on the needle. I don't even have a stop bead back here. I'm just letting it go, basically. And I'm going to get all of these on, stacking them all up. The main thing to make sure is that you're stacking them all facing the same direction. Otherwise, obviously, your pumpkin is not going to work. Now, do you need to use 2 colors? No. Do you need to use the 15 O's around the edges of candy? No. Another idea that you could do is do 11 O's and do a second layer. If you do 11 O's, you could use your 15 O's to do a little picot trim, basically, or a little bead up, so that way you don't see the thread. I wanted to keep it nice and simple because the filigree is so cool on so many different pieces. I didn't want to lose the filigree.
Right.
That's why I kept it really simple with one color. And as Anna makes Carl over there, I'm going to show you how to round out these pumpkins. So here are my crescents in line, and I have a 15-0 in between each. And the 15-0 that I have is the sparkle taupe lined 15-0, and it's a Miyuki 15-0. The number is 1837. Anna is using the Miyuki 15 in the Duracoat galvanized gold. So it's 4202 is that galvanized gold color. And I'm putting a 15-0 between each one of my beads for my pumpkins. And then what I'm going to do is make sure there's a 15-0 after. Come back to this starter thread here and literally just tie my pumpkins into a knot. This is, if you want to check out a pattern for it or a video independently for it, it's the Slice of Heaven. There's been a number of different people that have done designs with this. It's a pumpkin or it's a crescent and it's facing in. So you can either face the crescents in or out. So it's not really rocket science. You just need to make sure they all face in the same direction.
Which can be difficult.
But line them up ahead of time and then make sure that you're stringing them in there. So what I'm going to do now is go down to my second hole, which I'm using the gray thread. You'll see a tiny bit of thread exposed. If you want to, you can actually put a ton of green beads in the interior or orange beads, make it look a little puffed out in the middle, and actually add beads to where this is going over. I'm keeping it as simple as possible, taking that 15-0 and then going into the second hole of all the crescents here. So going in and 15 goes, and Anna's plugging away at Carl. Go, Carl, go, Carl, go. We'll see whether or not, and I'll walk you through, since Anna's going to do hers a little bit differently. As she gets towards the end of the project, I'll walk you through how I added my flowers at the top.
I will say, manipulating these corners, you have to think about it. So, definitely.
And that's why I did those 3 at once.
Yeah.
So it made it a little bit easier that I didn't have to get into that corner.
Yeah.
So what Anna's referring to as I add my 15s, I'll bring Candy kind of back over.
And now is yours... Oh, you went... Okay, I see. You just...
So I did 2 right at the edge. So right here is kind of where Anna is. She's along the outer edge. And when you go through here towards the bottom, I added in 3 seed beads in a row. And then, so she did the same thing here, added multiples in to get around that corner.
Yeah. This is a little tricky just because some of these filigrees are plugged, so you have to just kind of hook around.
Exactly. Yeah. And the nice thing is, with the white thread on the silver, you don't see it a ton. You could also use black thread. I actually feel like we should have used black thread for Carl. Yeah, and we did the white thread.
Oh, yeah.
Because then the black would have been showing on the exterior.
And what did you do? Okay, so you picked up 2. So you picked up
3 down there. Yeah, and then I went into the third.
Cool.
So the pumpkins, I'm just going right around. And you may say, well, it would be really cool if I could do the pumpkins without the 15s. You can do the pumpkins without the 15s, but you're going to get really close on in there. So the 15s are nice to add in along that lines there, too. Is Anna typically see-through? Anna is typically see-through and quite transparent. Usually, we were joking earlier before the camera came on, and maybe it did, that if I hold, she was like, can you hold your fingers? Here, let me see if I can do it. We're so far behind on the regular thing. Let's see if I can do it. So Anna wanted to know if I could give her some nice cleavage there since she's see-through. So there you go, Anna. I have you nice and well endowed.
Instant plastic surgery.
Instant plastic surgery on that green screen.
And it didn't cost me a dime.
And it didn't cost you a dime. There you go. So, yeah, the... Anna is typically not transparent. It just happens to be that yellow that we're wearing, that she's wearing right now. My yellow.
It's like bright.
It's like bright mustard yellow.
Mustard, yeah.
So not exactly You know what's going to happen? That section where I give you cleavage, that's going to be the
That's
most. That's going to be the thumbnail on the video. Either that one or one that we look really, really stupid. Until we get enough views, it's just like that, like pirate eye going along with it. But as I go in here and I'm finishing up my 15s, I'm going to go back into.
We just got a lot more male viewers.
I should wear yellow next time too.
Yeah.
That way we get some more male viewers. So here my pumpkin is done. So easy. What I did at the top of this one to connect was to use a little wire guard. Now I could put beads at the top and the bottom. I have brought over here some Swarovski crystals. These are my 6mm. These are too big. Where are my? I thought I brought some little guys. They might be in my box. Let me see if they're in my box. Oh no, I just went bigger. Oh, this was just to show an idea. Was that I started to do even just little pumpkins with Swarovski crystals. So with the little pumpkins and the Swarovski crystals, I went in and just put a little daisy spacer and a little ring. Look, it's like an instant pumpkin. So you could do a whole pumpkin patch of little ones and big ones. Use a 6mm bead, or even a 6/0 would work. Put it on a head pin, do something like that. But if you want to keep it just all independently, I'm going to put on 3 of my 15/0 seed beads coming out of one of my 11/0 seed beads. Do we sell the skull earrings in a kit? We do not sell the skull earrings in a kit. They're just packs of 2. So you'll get 2 skull earrings. And we did put links on a landing page.
So 1 pair, not 2 pairs, yeah.
So you get 1 pair, yeah. And then I'm going to take with my pumpkin here my wire guard down and bring that thread through. So I have 3 seed beads coming out of a seed bead, my wire guard on, and then I need 3 more seed beads. And of course I have 1 on the bead mat. For pumpkin's sake, I will just use 2 of Anna's gold. For the sake of pumpkins. Pumpkin's sake. Then I'm going to go over to the other side of the piece and go through that 15/0 on the other side of the crescent. So basically straight across that crescent, you're going to make your little pumpkins. And we also had on here that we would be doing, thank you for that little link, whoever is on the Potomac Beads one right now.
Probably Amber.
I think Amber and Nathan might both be sharing it. So going into then the 15, or probably not Nathan, I think his computer died because he forgot his charger here and he's working in the home office, aka the dining room table. The dining room table. So I have the 3 15/0s then that I'm going back through. And that pulls that in nice and tight. What you can do then is, since you already have your wire guard on here to use, you can actually have fun now. I'm going to pick up some of the green beads to show you a little bit of the variety. Bye to Deborah as well too, those of you kind of heading out. Thanks for watching and thanks for joining us and joining in on this Facebook Live. It's been a while since we did the lives. We're going to try to do these on Facebook once a month now and add some in on some Friday afternoons, maybe even do some Friday evenings. I'll get away from my kids and come on over. So we'll try to add some in. I like to do the YouTube Lives, whole different thing. Also, make sure that if you want to see us more often, you can check us out on Facebook Live on Tuesdays, as well as Twitch. And I think on our little card here in the box, as we go here, our card in the box has our schedule, our stream schedule. So I'll kind of put that there. There's our video schedule and our stream schedule, at least until we run out of the cards. We can't change it. So here is our schedule that we're on and when we do different spotlights and different videos. And then we stream on Facebook at 1, and then Twitch goes right after that. And then also Wednesdays at 9 a.m. usually is Teresa out of our Czech Republic warehouse. And then on Thursdays. There will not be a stream this Thursday, just since I said it's a stream now, just to confirm. Just because I'm traveling for business this coming week. So just to let you know on that. But the stream schedule is nice because you can actually see us creating these little samples, working through, giving us your ideas and your instructions. So here's a little end of a piece for the pumpkin. I'm going to make a little squiggly guy next. So what I'm going to do next is...
Are you giving him a little vine?
I'm giving him vines. So I'm going to go back through one of the 11/0s as I add those 3. And then when I go back through the 1, I'm going to skip number 2, and what that's going to do is make a turn in it, and I'm just going to sew back through number 3, that's going to make a little turn in the vine. So you can see here it makes a little turn in the vine if you do that. That's also a good beading lesson. If you want to go straight, you go back through those 3 beads. If you want to turn, you can skip a bead, and that's going to make a little beaded vine turn. And if you want to, you can add in some more vines. I'll add 3 more beads and then just sew back up to my crescent on the other side. And really have fun kind of adding all of this little extra foliage to the top of the pumpkin and add in those designs.
It'd be cute to make a whole bracelet of just pumpkin charms.
It would be, yeah. And we have metal charms. You can do these little pumpkins here,
yeah.
and just do your pumpkin patch. We also have a video. We're gonna run out of time for it. But beaded spiders. Check out the beaded spider video as well. I had those and some different beads that were here. And then also, going back into that charm, I had done this, I think, last year or 2 years ago. Good morning to Beverly as well, too. So make sure, those of you that are joining us on the live late, make sure that you realize that you can go back and watch this again, too. So here was a little fall one that I did last year for the Halloween fall time, and it has, the leaves on it, and it has some spider charms on it, and I had made some kind of pumpkin-esque little beads. But now that I have my crescents, I want to add those to it and add in some of my, I think I have a witch on here somewhere. She's floating around here somewhere. This was kind of a cha-cha, there's my witch. Cha-cha little bracelet that you can make some of these pumpkins, add them on, add a little bit more color. I didn't like the idea of making little kids' earrings or little rings with just all of those little pumpkins. So these are 8mm Swarovski, and these 8mm Swarovski are actually, the color they are is the red topaz 8mm. So the red topaz is orange, in case you want to know. Red topaz is orange. There. So Anna, how are we doing on Carl?
I have the whole.
She's got Carl done.
Yeah, Carl's done except for up here, which I don't know what we're going to do with him.
So our pumpkins are actually done too. So that's my pumpkin little crescent idea. It could
become Carlita, but
it could become Carlita. Oh, she looks cute. Now she looks like she's.
But
I like the bow tie
idea.
So my suggestion for the bow tie, and I do think if we go bow tie for him, he needs definitely that red. Carl needs the red eye. So what you're gonna do is I have a red. So we'll glue this in after, but just to show you what glue we will use, we'll use the Loctite, a positioning crystal, and we'll just kind of with a hot fix tool glue that crystal in there and make sure that it's sitting correctly on there. So my suggestion, what I did, in case you would want to add the flowers or something to the top, I continued with the same thread. I did a 3 on the interior side of the brick stitch. On the 4th bead of the brick stitch, I came up and added my first flower, going up through the top of the brick stitch, and I came back down through that same bead, brick stitch bead.
So you added it
on top
as you went.
Correct. I added it on top of as I went, and then I added the next one on the next brick stitch bead. I added the 3rd one on the next brick stitch bead, and then continued, if you can kind of see on that inner row, I continued with 3 more brick stitch.
Right, gotcha.
After being completely done then and tying off the thread, I went in and added my little eye to it. So it has a tie on the back there that I just literally tied to the back, quick stitch it on there. So what I would say, I feel like he should be brainless. I mean, maybe that is like
but
a little bit.
I don't know what else he needs it.
He doesn't need anything. I mean, you could do a top hat, I guess.
I guess.
But I feel like he should be empty-headed.
Yeah,
I feel like he should be, since he is our man. Yeah. So what you're going to do is basically finish off your thread, and then on hindsight, what you probably could have done is actually added it in.
Probably could have.
But go ahead and tie off your thread, and then we will get his bow in there. And if you're wondering where the bow came, that came from Minnie Mouse. So if you, or Mimi Mouse, so I don't get sued by Disney. Don't say that. So Mimi Mouse, this is her bow. And so we're going to give Carl his bow tie in the red and kind of going along with that since we already have the bow made up. So it's kind of nice. So it's really fun. Oh, yes, Michelle, that bracelet is stretchy. So I'll put it on here. I have a tiny wrist. I know people are going to say, wow, that's really tiny. And it like goes like crazy. So it's like you can't stop moving it and working around. So... yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, love all your tutorials. Thanks so much. What you need?
Thread burner, yeah.
Maybe it'll work for you. Here. I'm having, make sure you
Oh.
hold it up. You might not, it's on. You're good to
There
go.
you go.
So you're thread bending it off, and now what Anna's going to show you guys is basically how to, so come on back through and show them where you're going to connect to.
So
Are you tying to the form first? Are you going to tie to the form first, and then go through one of the seed beads and out?
So you're saying tie to the bow first, or tie to the form,
No,
like the...
so to the form,
Just
since you won't
tie
really
on,
see it.
yeah.
Tie on to the top of Carl's next. It was Linda, right? Linda
Yeah.
got credit for Carl. I like it. Carl and Candy. So Linda gets credit for naming Carl.
So I'm just gonna tie my thread here, around the outside of the form where I already have some beads.
And then you could go through that corner where you have the 3 sticking out.
Yep.
And you just go through that corner bead. And you add the bow tie. Great
Yeah.
minds think alike, Anna. And remember again, if you are adding and you want something for the skull, you don't want them to face the same direction. You want them to face opposite directions. So you want to make sure that when you're going through the exterior, that anytime you're doing a pair of earrings that have kind of a front and a back, waterfall earrings, anything like that, you're going to make sure that there are mirror images of one another to those. So, yep.
I'm gonna go through this center crystal here
Yeah, that's a good catch on.
and
So,
see how this is gonna look.
and see if you need any seed beads in the back or if you're good to go.
Yeah, I think I might just be good.
Just be good, and then sew through a bead. So you're going to sew through one of the beads on the other side, and then tie on.
I think that will work.
And his bow on the right side.
His bow.
Other side.
Hold on.
Flip that over,
Flip it.
and then just rotate the bow because the bow is rotatable because it's the same.
Yeah,
on both
because I just
sides.
went through the crystal.
So just make sure to.
I just need to not.
See. Anna was showing you what not to do. Was that? Ooh, a white eye and a black tie. That would look cool.
That
a bow
would look
tie.
cool, too.
The black bow tie. The red works because we already had it here and done and ready to go. So Anna's pulling slowly to put his bow tie to his front so that way they can be mirror images. So I'm totally wearing these on
go.
like Halloween. And then
It's
you're
really-
going to tie off and
And you
we'll
could
show.
even, if you had to, you could pull a little dab of glue to hold it.
Okay,
in
so
place
let's
there.
go ahead and glue
Let's
in
tie
his
this
eye.
sucker off.
Glue in his eye, tie the sucker off. So what I'm actually going to do is glue my fingers together. Nope, that's not the plan. That's what I'm going to do, but that's not the plan. It's not the smartest thing here. So you get to see us live and unscripted also when we go on YouTube or on Facebook as well as Twitch. So on YouTube, it's usually the whole very scripted. We have what we do. I am going to, on Facebook and on Twitch,
knotted.
we don't get knots because we definitely take off for that. I'm going to put a little glue on this crystal. So now pressure's on and up because I have my glue on my crystal and it's ready to set.
Shoot.
You can come back through if you need to. I just want to get his eye.
Yeah.
Look.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so his bow tie's there. She's going to play with how it's sitting a little bit. I put the glue on the actual crystal because what I'm going to do is kind of glue it along the frame. And so I'm taking my crystal and using it actually as a gluing element. And I'm going to glue it down here and keep it there. And then as it dries, what I will do is flip it over then after it dries and add a little bit more glue to the back of it. So you almost make a bubble and have it sit up along there
Cool.
too. But Carl's really
So-
cool. So don't drop out my crystal, Anna. And here, I'll check your bow tie for you.
Yeah,
There you go.
let me just burn this extra thread off.
At the top. And then we have our Carl and our Candy. So this is also, okay, some of you, I realize that you are not skull people. I get that. I know you won't be a skull person. That's fine. But take this tutorial and basically what you've learned from the unboxing for the first half an hour to this tutorial, just showing that you can take other tutorials that we have on YouTube, look at them and watch them for inspiration and ideas. Not the exact project, not, you know, oh, I have to make this exact pair of earrings. Make sure that you're doing it, that you're looking and checking out. He's really cute. Make sure when you're looking and checking it out that it gives you ideas for other things. So if you want to make something really floral on a filigree piece that we already have, think about that. You don't need to actually have Carl and Candy. So he turned out really cute. I like the bow idea.
Yeah.
I feel like we could have even gone bigger. We can go back and add more bow to it and really make him.
I think he might need a little something up there.
Maybe that little
just
top
I
hat
need to finish
with black beads or something, or the gold around
or just
the top.
finish the gold, because I didn't finish all of that, but that's good.
Super fun idea though, and really we want to thank you guys for joining us on this live. It's been a lot of fun to get back to YouTube Live. Again, if you want to catch us live, unscripted, like we are kind of here, make sure that you check us out on Facebook Live on Tuesdays, and then we morph into Twitch on Tuesdays, as well as going into Twitch on Wednesdays. Thursdays, sometimes I can talk Anna into staying on with me on Tuesdays. Thursdays, you usually get Bridget. And thanks so much for the enthusiasm about the box, and happy haunting with Anna, with my ghost Anna. You should take off your scarf too. Can you take off your scarf so that way you really
just
disappear? Just the floating head as part
just
of
the floating head.
There you go. Just Anna's floating head as part of our Halloween display as well too. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure to check out the box. Give your reviews. Tell us that what you love about them, what you would want to see. The other thing, we had so much more sitting here, but we are limited for today. We have the bat bracelet, so make sure to check out some of the other links on there, as well as next week I have the pumpkins coming up too, so a little Super Duo pumpkin coming up, the bats here, which you can check out some of the other YouTube videos as well for that theme. Remember, anytime you're beading, have fun with it. Our idea really is for the boxes and for the tutorials to help make you guys better at this super relaxing and mind-stretching craft that you can also wear and have fun with
share as gifts. And
exactly. Yeah. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and until next Tuesday on Facebook, that's all from us here at Potomac Beads. Make sure to check those links, and you can also share this video with people that you think would like it, as well as check the links below the video, which will eventually be there to shop with us online at PotomacBeads.com, as well as PotomacBeads.eu. Remember to also, if you caught us randomly, subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't forget and don't miss us on regular postings. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time. Bye.